Hi, my name is Amy Matthews, and I'm here to give you a short presentation about one academic library administrator. Done through an interview and collected observations, this presentation will focus on the tasks of the administrator herself and the application of information learned from our library administration and management class. Please enjoy.
The Academic Library Administrator by Amy Matthews. This library administrator worked at Maroon University. It's a small private university in the Piedmont of North Carolina. It has about 6,000 total students, including graduate and undergraduate students, with 5,000 of those being solely undergraduate. It has a strong institutional historic vision with an empowered faculty and student body. Macy Library has the privilege of being located on the main campus directly on the quad. It's a relatively new facility that serves primarily the undergraduate community. It has 3 floors. The first floor has a student common area and computers. The upper 2 floors have print materials and group study rooms. Our academic library administrator, Mrs. Smith, serves as the dean. She has almost 40 years of library experience working in special public community college and academic libraries. She has 28 years of administrative experience herself and 15 years in her current position as dean of Macy Library. Mrs. Smith, as dean, has a variety of administrative tasks that all serve her main task of maintaining and leading the library. In this, she says she should communicate with her university administrators, meet and communicate with her own staff, advise on campus committees, do facility maintenance of the building, and investigate and implement library improvement projects. However, one task that's been taking up a majority of her time recently is finding her successor, as she will be retiring in the fall. When asked to break down her day into percents, Mrs. Smith broke down her day as such. About half of her time she spends in meetings on a daily basis. 25% of her time she spends communicating with the library and university community in other ways, and another 25% of her day is on business operations. Mrs. Smith, when asked about opportunities for improvement, said she would focus on more space. Although her facility is rather new, the library has become an increasingly popular location for students when they need to study or do group work. Therefore, she believes she actually needs more room for students to study and also do their collaboration, and looks for more room within her space for building a collaboration room. She also sees in the future that there will be more user services needed, and sees that her successor will probably need to do what she has done in taking feedback from the students and trying to apply that in a unified vision for the university and her library. When applying the information learned from our library administration and management class, I asked Mrs. Smith how she was creating raving fans. After sharing with her the 3 secrets, which were: the first one, develop your own vision; the second, ask the customers about their vision and develop a plan; and the third secret, which was to give consistent customer service and always add +1. Mrs. Smith felt like she would develop a more complete vision first by using the customer. Then she would actually propose her vision to her community of employees and her university in this case. However, Mrs. Smith has already identified many ways that she has had third secret success. One of these ways was a customer feedback flip chart program in which she actually got student feedback by placing flip charts throughout her library. By that, she expanded her library hours on the upper floors and actually instituted freshman personal librarians. Mrs. Smith, when asked about the 12 questions, said that most of her employees would probably say yes to almost all of the questions, except she feels that her employees do not socialize very much and therefore feel like many of them would say no to having a best friend. When I asked her, she said she didn't have a best friend at work, just many good friends. However, she was very empathetic with the needs of her staff and often mentioned her worries about them when she was retiring, often thinking about how much they worried about the successor and the new changes that may come. She was also very aware of her own strengths and weaknesses and hoped that her successor could have her strengths and overcome her weaknesses to make her position be seen as a much higher position within the academic library community.
This is the end of the presentation. I'd like to thank Mrs. Smith and Macy Library for helping me. Please feel free to leave comments below. And thank you for watching.